The American TV show Ice Road Truckers was popular not only in the U.S., but on the International Broadcasting Network, Channel 5, and others. The actors in the show were the real heroes since they braved the freezing truck rides with vigor. Although 27 different drivers were featured across the 142 episodes of the show, there were a handful that particularly resonated with viewers. Everyone in the cast was adored by fans, but what happened to our heroes after the show? And what are they doing now? Let's find out. The History Channel is a premium television network that offers hit series and reality television unlike any other. This network rarely disappoints its audience, whether it be Forged in Fire or Vikings. The reality show Ice Road Truckers is a good example of this. Although these drivers travel over icy terrain, their fan following and ratings are anything but chilly. The show ran for 11 seasons from 2007 to 2017, during which time we got to know and fall in love with the characters. But how did the Ice Road Truckers cast members fare over the course of the show's 11 seasons? Spending more than a decade on a single project is a long time, but they reportedly didn't receive much compensation for performing on the show. Amazingly, IRT became the most watched show on the network in its 11-year existence, with an average of 3 million people every episode. Let's check in on the Ice Road Truckers cast and see what they are doing now, even though the show ended a long time ago. Alex Debogorski. The only cast member to have been featured in each of the show's 11 seasons is Canadian trucker Alex Debogorski. He has been married for 40 years, and with 11 children and 13 grandchildren, he prides himself on being a family man. Notably, Alex had been a licensed driver for 26 years when the TV show first aired, and Debogorski was 77 years old when the show came to an end. He currently has an estimated net worth of $500,000, which he acquired through his work on Ice Road Truckers as well as other TV appearances and the publication of a very popular book that recounts his experiences working as an ice truck driver. So to answer what is Alex Debogorski doing at this time? He is allegedly still hauling ice, which is quite amazing. Todd Dewey. Dewey joined the Ice Road Truckers in the 7th season, making him a latecomer to the show. He is a genuine trucker and, unlike the other cast members, is unaffected by fame. He loves trucking, so he's probably eating up the miles on the road. But he was seriously injured in a car accident in 2019. He smashed into a car, but no one inside survived. Dewey was cleared of all allegations following an investigation since he wasn't at fault. Todd Dewey apparently has a net worth of $500,000, but doesn't want to advertise his success. Lisa Kelly. With the exception of Season 6, Lisa Kelly, one of the few female ice truckers to appear on the show, was featured in Seasons 3 through 11. She allegedly said that she really wanted a break from having a camera follow her around all the time and dealing with members of the production team invading her privacy. Amazingly, after first appearing on the show in 2009, self-described tough cookie Lisa is still trucking and driving 12 years later. She developed a sizable following all around the world and even made a memorable visit to the David Letterman Late Show. She additionally received rich sponsorship from trucking firms around the world, was dubbed as the sexiest trucker alive by Esquire magazine, and attended numerous events as a guest. Many viewers of the show noted that Lisa's acknowledged position as a leader in the series paved the way for other women to operate in fields where men are predominant. Apart from all this, Lisa Kelly's net worth is particularly notable, which exceeds $500,000. Daryl Ward. In Season 6, Daryl Ward joined Ice Road Truckers and partnered with Lisa Kelly. If not for a plane accident that claimed his life, he would have made it all the way to the final season. His jet crashed and landed on an airstrip close to Rock Creek, Montana, where he was born and raised. According to US Weekly, Ward was on his way back to Missoula after attending the 2016 Great American Truck Show in Dallas and mingling with some of his followers. After the official investigation, there was no proof of any wrongdoing, and it was just him and his pilot. Rest in peace, Daryl. Before this, Ward's net worth was roughly $500,000. Art Burke. When Canadian Art Burke was recruited for the show in Season 7, he already had 13 years of trucking experience behind him. Described as scrappy, Burke was incredibly entertaining on the show and became a firm fixture until the show's end in 2017. His unfiltered language, Violent demeanor and grim sense of humor helped him gain widespread notoriety. However, the former cast member pled guilty to a very unusual allegation of negligently causing arson in 2020, 3 years after the end of the show. This has to do with an explosion that happened while he was attempting to create shatter, a highly concentrated cannabis product. According to estimates, the explosion damaged other properties on the street to the tune of more than $60,000. Burke himself needed 12 days in the hospital to recover from the incident's injuries and serious burns. He was given an 18-month house arrest sentence and has said that the experience has cost him dearly. Burke's estimated net worth was formerly about $300,000, however, it is currently unknown. Rick Yem. Being a part of the cast for both the first and second seasons, Rick Yem was one of the original Ice Road Truckers drivers. He was so memorable and fans loved him so much that the only smart move was to go back later in the 5th and 6th seasons. Yem could be the most recognizable of all the drivers, not just because of the blue mohawk he wore, but also because of his appearance and demeanor. The man has played a rich image in the show, and his blue mohawk is simply an introduction to that persona. This has made him a fan favorite among many, and according to Aussie celebs, he has a net worth of $600,000. Hugh Rowland. Hugh Rowland, who earned the moniker the Polar Bear for his perseverance and attitude, had plenty of experience under his belt when he was chosen for the show and appeared in seasons 1 through 8. He had driven on snowy roads for the first time as a youngster, but Hugh was involved in a terrible accident in 2014 while being driven by one of the show's producers. The car went off the road and hit a tree. Hugh sustained a number of wounds as a result, which prompted him to sue the executive producers of the show. He was then dismissed from the network as a result. He did, however, go on to appear in other shows like IRT Deadliest Roads, much like Alex Debogorski. Hugh is now concentrating on his construction business and spending time with his family after retiring from trucking. The 64-year-old is the richest cast member of the show thanks to a highly successful reality television career and an estimated value of an astounding $2 million. Steph Custance. If you thought Lisa Kelly was the most stunning ice road trucker ever, you might lose your mind when you hear that another bombshell joined the crew for Season 10 of Ice Road Truckers. Stephanie Custance, the model, was 22 years old when the show first began starring her. She was a fairly young driver by Ice Road Trucker standards and young in real life. Since Steph and Lisa are two quite different women, both professionally and aesthetically, we can't really compare them. Steph Custance is a hell of a learner, and Lisa Kelly is a hell of a driver. When Polar hired her, she had just started to get the hang of driving a truck. But this challenge did not stop her from getting a net worth of $800,000 according to Aussie celebs. That's all for today. If you are interested in more, have a look at this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe.